Hello, everyone. This is Grace. It is November the 19th, 2019. I'm not happy to bring you this video. I really did not want to do it. I really did not. Now, I have a lot of viewers. Most of you sit back in the background and try very hard not to make your presence known. You work very hard at it, and that's fine. But there's this one viewer, and this video is to you. This viewer comes and goes, but rather than bookmark the page, he comes, he or she, because I don't know if it's he or she, but I'm just gonna say he comes, subscribes, unsubscribes, subscribes, unsubscribes, subscribes, unsubscribes, subscribes, unsubscribes, and so that has led us here today to this video. You see, I know what's in this man's heart, man or female, whoever it is. The Holy Spirit has long ago revealed it to me, long ago. When I said in one of my videos, I said, what, are you mad at me because I tell you the truth? Are you mad at me? That was to you. I thought maybe the Holy Spirit would work on your heart and soften your heart so that you would get it. But obviously, you require something more direct. Yahushua is black. He is. I don't want you to get to heaven. You're not going to get to heaven like that. But listen, let's go to the Bible. All of my life, let me just say this. I remember as a young girl, y'all don't know how sad it makes me to have to do this video. I remember as a young girl, 11, 12 years old, maybe 13, I don't know. The Muslims would, come around, just circle. I avoided them all of my life. I never knew Yahushua was black because I thought those people were racist. I wouldn't listen to anything they had to say. And now, here in my presence, I have to deal with this and make a video about it. All my life, white people, here lately Asians and Mexicans don't have the power yet, or they would be right there standing beside them. All in my face with racism. I avoid it. I was over, darn near 50 before I figured out the truth. Because I would not listen to it. I would not listen to these people coming up in my face, because when they delivered the message, they never delivered it for truth. They delivered it with hate and spite. I'm tired of this. Don't come here anymore if you can't handle it. Go and let somebody white teach you. Go let someone Asian teach you. Let those people teach you the truth. There's no need for you to come here and defile my page with your hatefulness. Let's go to the Bible. Exodus 4:6. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. How did they know that it was leprous as snow? If it was a white man, how was this a miracle? And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. He was a black man. All of them were black. If it helps you in your racism, just do what all the other Asians do, and just say they killed Jesus. Just start thinking of all the bad stuff that the Jews did in the old age. Go look at the Hitler manifestos. He's absolutely clear in those manifestos that the white Jews are not real Jews. I think he calls them fake Jews. If you are old enough, then you remember back in history class when they taught that Hitler killed all the black people. They've changed history many, many, many times since then as far as the Holocaust. But back in the old days, my older sister was taught that he killed black people. Okay. Remember when Paul was taken into custody and he appealed to Caesar? And Agrippa and Festus listened to his trial. Let's go up a little bit. And Agrippa said unto Paul, Thou art permitted to speak for thyself. Then Paul stretched forth his hand and answered for himself. And he began to tell him his story. And after Agrippa listened to his story, he consulted with Festus, and he said this man might have been set at liberty if he had not appealed unto Caesar. Why didn't they know that he was Roman if his skin was white? He fit right in. It says the same thing about Yahushua. Hold on. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He has no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He was not eccentric. He was comely. He fit in. He was not a white person amongst a bunch of black people. Why do you think they're changing the Egyptians white? Why do you think they're now trying to make those people white? Why do you think they're changing the old ancient art that was written changing the old ancient art of the Egyptians and making their hair from braids and afros and hats to straight hair and lightening the skin? That's for the next generation. Just as they changed the color of all of the apostles and Yahushua and his mother. To this day, well, I don't know if this new Pope does, but Pope John Paul, he worshiped the brown mother, Mary mother, in the basement of the Vatican. That was no secret. I mean, it was still wrong. He was still worshiping Mary, but he didn't worship the white one because he knew it wasn't the real one. There's going to come a time in the judgment when we are all going to stand before the throne. I do not want you to get there and say in your heart, but his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. Because if you say it in your heart, you better believe Yahushua is going to hear it. And so is Yahweh. And they're going to believe it. They're going to know your heart. There ain't no reason for me to know it. There was no reason for us to have this conversation. You could have just bookmarked the page, checked back and forth if you wanted to see the videos, and it would have been all good. But no, you have to, for some strange reason, you have to make your presence known to me with total disregard, subscribing and unsubscribing, subscribing and unsubscribing, subscribing and unsubscribing. Did you not think that the Holy Spirit was going to tell me what you were doing? What? What do you want? You are not going to get special treatment because you don't like black people. Because you don't like the idea. Because you don't like Yahushua's skin color. You need to work on yourself. I don't expect you to take advice from me. And that's fine. That's on you. That's your soul you're playing with. Now you can annoy me if you want to. There'll be another video like this probably if you continue to do so. And another, and another, and another. And I'm going to be in your face with the truth. Because there's plenty of scriptures to back up what I say. Or I wouldn't have said it. Jeremiah 9:24. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord which exercises loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. If you feel as though you have some sort of standing because you rejoice in your skin color and despise Yahushua's skin color, then this is not the room for you. You don't need to be here. Because it's not going to do you any good if you get to heaven and if you come to the judgment and you look upon Yahushua's skin color and say, I will not be ruled by this man. What good does it do you? You might want to think about that. But while you think about it, just bookmark the page. Just stay in the background. If you want to watch the videos, watch the videos. I would love for you to. But not like this. Not where you got to subscribe and unsubscribe and subscribe and unsubscribe and bring your hate all up in my face because I've been avoiding this all my life. All of my life I have steered clear for this. And now you have brought it to the forefront where I have to actually make a video about it and talk about it. And it's not me. I don't mind talking about it. But I know that white people, for some reason, have got it in their head that talking about racism is actually worse than the racism itself. I will never understand that. That is odd to me. Let's not talk about that murderer. Let him do the murder. As long as we don't talk about it, it's not there. I have a lot of stories that I can tell you about the non-racism in America. Oh, 1 million of them. Oh, and the persecution of innocent black people. Oh, man, yeah, I'll put plenty of videos up about that. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to even do the video. I'm going to put the story in the study. Right there in the study, so that if you listen to the study, you will hear it. I will be all up in your face with the non-racism that is in America that doesn't exist. I was a young girl way back when, and I had some white man practically jump across the counter. Scared me to death. I was young. I had saved up my money to buy a piece of electronic equipment. And this dude, when I went to pay, because the new debit cards were new back then, when I went to pay with debit card, he practically jumped across the counter to see if I was playing with credit. He said, are you paying with debit or credit? And put his leg up on the counter to try and get up to see what I was doing. Oh my. The non-stories that exist of white people, of the non-racism in America against black people. But yeah, that's the way it's going to be. You can do what you want to. You're a grown person, I'm sure. And I certainly can't tell you what to do. I can't influence what you do. So what I am going to do, I, on my end, am going to put it up in your face in every single video that I do. If you want to annoy me with your problem, guess what? I will dredge up old issues from way back. No, not even from way back then, because this is not. This I don't have to go back that far. I just went back that far because I was a young girl and it was blatantly rude. Blatantly rude. Anyway, just bookmark the page, the home page, like other people do. It's just that simple. And we need not ever have this conversation again. Do what you want. I can't tell you what to do. But if it continues, that's what I'm going to do. You're going to hear it, whether you want to or not, until you decide to go away. That's all I have to say about this. I certainly hope you will take the message to heart and do something so that one day we might meet again on better terms in heaven. Good luck.